All right, smooth. We about to start this up right now. Let me just go to YouTube, see how this is looking. All right, it's live. We're good. Sounds good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Let's
Cool, cool, cool.
do this.
All right, bro. I'm gonna just see if I can pull up real quick NBA trades. Oh,
Who else? Before we really dig into it, who else? The Suns got rid of Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and 4 draft picks. Correct.
yeah.
So that means they obviously still got Buck, CP, and um, Ismail Biombo. Wait, do they still have Damian Lee?
I think they still have Damian Lee.
He's tough.
I'm pretty sure they still have Damian Lee. Yeah. I'm gonna send this over to. Other people might join that are supposed to be a part of the podcast. They may or may not, but I think it's just gonna be us. So I'm ready to just like rock this out. Um, let's see, where did I just send that link to you? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just start with we just start right there with the Suns. So the Suns land Kevin Durant in a 4-team deal, and that deal entails Suns receive Kevin Durant, T.J. Warren. The Nets receive Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson. And actually, let me pull it up. It'll actually be easy if I do this. Boom, and present. Um, add into a different. Yeah, this will work. Perfect. They get. So let's go again. So Suns receive Kevin Durant and T.J. Warren. Nets receive Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Juan Powell. They get one, two, three, four first round picks from Phoenix, a second round pick from Milwaukee, 2029 first round pick from Phoenix, and then a 2029 second round pick from Milwaukee. The Bucks receive Jay Crowder. Pacers are going to receive George Hill, Serge Ibaka, and Jordan Noah, and 3 second round picks from Milwaukee. Cash consideration from Brooklyn. That was what was officially released as of yesterday on the 9th. Um, yeah. What is your thoughts right there, man? Let's break that down.
When it comes to like the Pacers and they're not really gonna do much. So I feel like that was just like they're just trying to still plan for the future. So with them still having like Buddy Hield, and which I'm surprised. I thought they would try to get Buddy Hield for like a good, try to trade Buddy Hield off for like either a draft pick or a good young piece. So I'm surprised they still have him, and they actually ended up signing Miles Turner or something. So, but they have a good like young core players, Halliburton and them. So like that wasn't really like the big part of the trade. And the Bucks getting Jay Crowder, he hasn't really played all season. So I feel like for them, that's definitely a good signing because he's a good defender. But him not playing all season, him being older, I don't see like how big of a role he's gonna play. I'll have to see him on the court first. But when it comes to the Suns, man, I think they're going to the chip, bro. I'm not gonna say they're gonna win at this moment because I gotta see them first. But like there's certain people that can fit into any system of basketball.
They're
Like
the heavier favorite.
You know what
I
I
agree
mean?
with
Like,
you there. 100% heavy favorite. Honestly, like you already know, man, I'm a big Warriors fan, and I was like, the only team to me that I think can beat them in a full series because they haven't lost a series in the West, right? Since never. Like they haven't lost a series in the West. They've just lost in the finals as a unit. And I was like, even with how the Lakers have actually upgraded, um, to me, it goes number one threat is Suns, 100%. Two, I think the Lakers, because the Lakers got size with Bamba and AD, and they have a pretty good unit. If they can actually start to gel, I think they'll be really scary. That's not a team you want to see, in my opinion,
in the
as well.
first
In a
round,
in a
yeah,
full
you don't want to play
series,
them in the first round.
right?
Yeah,
So
it's not a healthy
um
Brown and AD. No.
so that's a really good team that people are gonna sleep on. I think they're gonna get it
Yeah.
right by come playoff time. So to me, those are the top two. Like I don't see any other team that's gonna really compete with the Warriors for a 7-game series in the West.
See, for me, with the Lakers,
What's going on, Terrell?
they're, they're or somebody hopped in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, but yeah, so for me with the Lakers, those, they've lost some games. Obviously, they shouldn't have lost, but even like those 4 games that the calls went against them, that's really gonna hurt them. You know what I mean? Like unless they start a win streak. Now I know they're like 4 games back from fifth, which is crazy considering they're 25
The
and
West.
31. But
Yeah.
like at the same time, bro, like I don't know, like because I don't ever talk bad on people getting hurt, but like AD's always hurt, so it's like I don't know how much I trust him. For me right now, it's just I'm like I see the Suns and I see KD. KD doesn't need to dribble the ball to score. He can like he can catch and shoot and he can ISO you. And people think KD can't play defense. Like KD can play some defense.
Yeah.
So
And he
for
showed that
me,
as with the Warriors, man, because he'd
yes,
play at the
yes.
4 to 5. Like people are
hmm
sleeping at how. So I'm even gonna pull it up right now, real quick. Um, let's just pull up how the West is so far right now. So we know um 7th, 8th, and 9th, 10th are gonna be the play in. So those is the fringe right there in the play in. And we see how many games back certain teams are. Literally
hmm
like game separations,
Yeah.
half a game
See, the Lakers
separations.
are 2 games back from the 10th, and I feel like the Jazz are gonna fall out because they just got rid of a few
Ja-
guys. So
Jazz to me, Jazz fallout. Um, I think people are gonna really start cracking down on the Suns. I think the Suns are gonna drop
shoot up. You think so?
significantly.
You
I
think the
think
Suns are
like I mean I'm sorry, the Suns. I mean the Kings. Sacramento Kings are gonna
Kings?
drop
Yeah, yeah. That's what I
significantly.
think too. That's what I think too.
Um.
I think they'll go to
Oh,
like 6.
okay. I think I just seen Rajon. Let me know when you're ready. Just to type in the chat. When you're ready to join, because I did see you get in here. They are gonna drop significantly. And then to me, we already know, man. The Mavericks and Suns 4 and 5, bro. What a series that would be, man.
I would. That's gonna be such an interesting series, not just because of the so-called beef, what they say, but just like strictly like, bro, we get to watch
Basketball,
like
pure basketball.
like pure, like, you know what I mean, like Luca and Kai
Luca,
versus
KD.
KD and Book. Like that's like I know like Chris Paul's still on the Suns, but if the Suns are gonna win, everything gotta really run through those scores. You know what I mean? Like Chris Paul's gonna have to pass the ball, but he can't play defense no more, bro.
Yeah.
So like Book and
That's
KD
why
are
they're
gonna
trying to pick
not.
up Reggie Jackson, I think, if
Yeah,
I'm not
that would be
mistaken.
big. That would be big. That would be. That's why I don't know why the Clippers let him go. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. Unless they're trying to get Russ, that's what I'm thinking.
And it
So they
looks
let
like
up.
from reports, Russ is looking to might stay with the Utah Jazz. So I don't know why they jumped the gun on that. They shipped John Wall back
John Wall, yeah.
to Rockets.
No, that's hilarious, though.
No, that is comedy.
I wonder if where John goes, I feel like he'll go like one of the East teams are gonna pick him up. Like maybe
Maybe.
the Heat or somebody that's like a dark horse out there.
Yeah,
Cause
that's
John's
what
still
I
nice.
expected.
John's still nice.
Russell to go out to or some actual like contending team that needs somebody to really
Yeah.
um, give them a form of energy.
Well, if Russ wants to stay, we all know why Russ wants to stay in Utah. He wants to put up some numbers.
Yeah,
So he probably don't want to go to a team where he has to sacrifice again, you know.
yeah,
So, but yeah, man, I feel like right now, man, I'm looking at the Suns in the West. I was really holding, you know me, I was holding on to Golden State, but Steph keeps getting hurt, and for me, that's like, I know it's like the shoulder. He came back scorching hot, but when it comes to the knee, bro, like Steph ain't big. He's what 190 soaking wet.
yeah,
So, that's to me that's a big thing for Steph, and I feel like and the thing is they're saying that Gary Payton trade is gonna get canceled.
yeah.
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
know because of something crazy, right? Like
yeah.
he'd be out for like 3 months or something of that
Mhm.
nature. Like it's like a really crazy thing.
Yeah.
So they might have that Wiseman thing might blow up, um, which is crazy. Um,
Mhm.
because to
So,
me, man, if they would have had a healthy Gary Payton,
yeah,
that to
GP,
me,
yeah,
that would be
he was a
that would
game
be
changer.
game changer, man.
A healthy GP. That's
Him,
what I don't.
DiVincenzo, bro. You
Mhm.
talk about like you want to put in a lockdown squad when Steph is resting or Poole. You have these guys resting.
Yeah.
They'd be able to do that. Like I could see them putting in like a nice defensive lineup with like him, DiVincenzo, Wiggins. Like they
Looney.
would be like a solid perimeter lockdown to
Yeah.
just like they'd have some nice lineups with that.
Yeah. I
To me,
agree.
man, it's now they've really got to bank on like not only Poole really coming into the role um, of being a guard to really take over, but Kaminga, like the young guys, really have to more than
Step
ever
up.
now to step up
Yeah.
in a drastic way, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Like they have to step up in a
And if I
drastic
was
way.
if I was Steve Kerr, man, I'd start trying out the rookie Baldwin. I'd start
Yo,
trying
he's
him out.
actually
Like
nice.
I don't know
No,
why. He's like a 6'10" guard, bro. Like
he's actually nice. Like it's scary. Like he has
yeah,
like a
like
pure jumper and he can
pure
move. Like
jumper, bro, and he can move. So it's like my thing is you haven't really played him all season, and I know the
I think it's
Warriors are
time.
big. They're big
Yeah,
on like development and everything. So it's like, okay, well, start playing him like 12 minutes a game. And if you see him playing some defense, why not? That's because that's the same thing. I feel like that's why I was surprised last year with Kaminga, like, because he had some really like flashes of like, yo, this dude is gonna be a monster, bro. And then he
yeah.
came in, he started struggling, and Steve
It's
Kerr
his
ripped him out the
IQ. I
lineup.
think it's his awareness. Like
Yeah,
he's really 19 or 20 now, right?
which
Like
is
he's
crazy. Which is
very, very
crazy, bro.
young. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. So I give him a
which is
lot more
crazy.
grace than more
Hmm.
others because of how young
Yeah.
he is. And
But wasn't
you know,
Wiseman like 21?
but it's Wiseman's attitude. He has the skill set, but it looks like he
Yeah.
doesn't
They
understand
said he was
the
lazy.
concept.
Yeah.
Doesn't understand the
Said he was
concept of
lazy.
like team ball and just like doing that with understanding how to play within the system. Um,
Yeah.
where like you would see when he doesn't get the ball in the post, he's like moping and just like different things of
Hmm.
that nature. Um, so I think it just came down to like just his attitude, his demeanor, and just how he just portrayed himself. Because he
Yeah.
has the
No, I
skill. It's
agree.
just like he's
Definitely.
not putting it together, man.
His rookie year, what he averaged? Like 13-9 or 13-8,
Something
something
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
He was solid rookie year. He was real solid his rookie year. And I feel like with the Warriors, like I said, once they get into the playoffs and if they can go into the play, I feel like um their mindset right now should just be let's get to the playoffs and let's get in there healthy. Like whatever seed we are, like if I'm a 1 or 2 team, I don't want to play Steph Curry and Jordan Poole. Like you feel me? Because they're gonna even if you win the series, you're gonna leave that series so tired, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're gonna leave that series exhausted. So I feel like
Yeah.
it's all
But man, I to me, it's the East became so weak now.
weak.
Like we just know it literally comes down to Bucks and
And the Celtics.
Celtics. Like
Yeah. And
that's
I
it.
feel like and before. I feel like so because Brooklyn's no longer a threat, a team that I'm looking at, which is it was really like I grew up being a Heat fan.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Heat are gonna make some noise simply off the fact that we know how Jimmy starts acting comes playoff time, bro.
Yeah.
He starts acting crazy. You know what I mean? Like he starts turning into Jimmy Jordan. Like he just starts doing crazy stuff, bro. So
Yeah.
that's I feel like that's a team that can make some noise. They won't win. They don't. I don't think they'll win. Obviously, win a championship or even go to the finals. But I feel like that's a team that can, push the Bucks or the Celtics to 6 7 game series.
Yeah. My dark horse in the East is the Cavaliers.
I was just about to say that Cleveland. Yeah, me too.
They have a really good backcourt and front court. Like
Mhm. Mhm.
to have who they have,
DG
and
and
we can pull it up. Yeah, man.
DG and Donovan Mitchell
Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, and then they're gonna have Jarrett Allen and Mobley.
and Mobley. Yeah,
Like
that's crazy.
that, yo, that is not a lineup I think you want to see in the playoffs.
No, that's a scary lineup, bro.
Like, if I'm being honest, that's not a lineup you want to see in the
They're
playoffs because
just
you know how
weak.
stupid Donovan Mitchell gets in the playoffs,
He gets
man.
crazy. He gets crazy. They're just weak at the wing spot.
Right, that's it.
You know what I mean? Like, and they got Karis LeVert, but he's not a wing. He's a ball handler. So it's
Yeah,
like they really. I feel like they could have used like if you put
sublets.
like if you put like a Mikal Bridges or like a Cam Johnson or like a even like a Royce O'Neal on that team to just catch, shoot, and play defense, man, that team
Yeah,
would be even better.
that is very true. I'm gonna pull up some of the rest of these trades because I feel like it'll just kind of continue the conversation in certain areas. Like I don't even think I really need to talk much about the East. Like I mean, the West just became
Nuts.
something different.
Yeah,
Clippers are trying to
nuts,
stack,
bro.
but to me, the Clippers have always been fraudulent.
Yeah,
Um, so
yeah.
I don't
The
put too
Clips,
much
the Clips
weight.
are frauds. Yeah,
I can't put too much weight as much as they try to pick up Mason Plumlee and all this other stuff and trying to really stack
but
the cards. Um,
the Clippers, what do they need Mason Plumlee for?
I don't know. If I'm being
No,
honest,
yeah,
like I
that's
guess
not.
like you want somebody to relieve Zubats in some regard.
But the NBA is about, you know what I mean? Like, if one of those, if Kawhi or PG would just get in the paint and box out and get some rebounds, they'd be fine.
That's the truth.
You know
To
what I
me,
mean?
man,
Like,
they got to put it together. Like
yeah,
to me, they just don't have any excuse at this point. In
no,
my
they don't.
opinion, yo, they should have no excuse.
Mm-mm,
Like
no, they should not.
I'm trying to think of like, there's no escape of like them not having an excuse for why they are not like going
They
to
should
even a
win a.
Western
They
Conference
should
Finals.
literally win a championship, bro. They
Yeah,
should. They should win a championship.
to me, their
They,
opportunity was in the bubble and they blew it
yeah, they blew
bad.
it. They blew it.
That
That's what I'm
three
saying. I
one,
don't
they
think
blew it.
that's a team. That's a team that you know.
As
I
much
don't
as
think.
this switch for Ty Lue from Doc Rivers is a plus.
Yeah. Remember in the second COVID year, they went to the Western Conference Finals without PG. You know what I mean? I mean
Yeah,
without Kawhi. PG was there. Kawhi got hurt. Game, I believe it was game 3 or game 4 against Utah in the second
yeah,
round.
yeah,
And PG closed Utah out, and then he played well against the Suns. He just didn't have enough
yeah.
to
Yeah.
win the series. So they've shown flashes, but it's like. But yeah, I think it's gonna be in the West. I really think it's gonna be when it comes down to like the conference finals. I think it's gonna be like if the Lakers can somehow get in there, they have a chance. But I don't. I'm not banking on that right now.
That's the truth. Like to me, it really is those three. Like
Those three, yeah.
it really becomes Lakers, Suns, Warriors. In my like
You don't like
sincere
Dallas?
opinion, I need to see it happen. I need to see. I know
Yeah,
these guys are explosive offensively. We know what Luca and Kyrie can do. I need to see it from my eyes because we know Kyrie can spot shoot because he played with Braun, and Luka is
Yeah.
somewhat of like a Braun player. Like I'm not gonna call him, and I'm not gonna discredit
No,
LeBron and say like,
I know what you
yo, he's
mean. I know
Braun,
what
but
you mean.
we all know his similarities are LeBron.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we know Luka can play with a player like that. Um, but I definitely just want to see them on the court before I even make like the full call on them. They will be explosive. I know they're gonna lack defensively. I think is where the breakdown is. I think reason why the Kyrie helps Luca is because we know they single him out in the playoffs.
He gets
They
doubled a
attack
lot.
him.
Yeah,
So
and he
because
still be
he
putting up crazy
works
numbers.
right, because
Luca
he
still
works
be putting
so
up crazy
hard
numbers.
offensively,
Yeah,
right? Now that he has Kyrie to kind of give him a breather, I think it will help him.
but but yeah, that's a great point. But and I know this might sound weird, but that's why I feel like Luca. If Kyrie's, let's say in Kyrie's mind, it's like, all right, if I win a championship, then I basically can't leave. I'll sign a short term deal and see what goes on, right? For them to really work, I feel like not even just this year, but if Kyrie's gonna stay, Luca is actually gonna have to sacrifice because he dribbles the ball for like 18 to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like that recipe not gonna win a championship. So I don't think they can win this year simply because first Luca gets hunted on defense,
Mm.
and that's not good. You know what I mean?
He
And
does.
and
And you can
second,
see it
yeah, he
hits
gets
him. Go
hunted.
ahead. Yeah, he gets hunted and then decreases him offensively. But you can continue your second point right there.
And then so first Luca gets hunted on defense. Second, Luca doesn't cut off ball. So when Kyrie's dribbling it, if Luca's just
He's
standing,
standing. Yep.
you know what I mean? Like and Jason Kidd, he doesn't play JaVale McGee that much. I don't know why. And he does weird stuff with Christian Wood's minutes. So it's like and Tim Hardaway's streaky, so it's like, all right, well, you can play ISO ball all game. You can give me 40, but it's like y'all not gonna stop us. So
Yeah.
I see them as like they can get to the Western Conference Finals, but if they play the wrong matchup for them in the second round, they'll lose.
Yeah. I hear that.
They'll lose.
I hear that. Um honestly, I feel bad for the Sixers, man. Like they're just not gonna go anywhere.
Nah, they're not doing
They
it.
can't beat the Celtics, or that was the only thing I'm thinking about with like James Harden and stuff, and like they're starting to trying to find a bit of chemistry, and like they look good, like they're a good team. The chemistry is like starting to get there, but they're not gonna
I
beat the
just don't
likes.
trust them.
They're not gonna
I
beat
don't
the
trust them.
likes of like actual championship contending
Yeah,
team, in my opinion.
I don't trust them. Like I want to trust them, but I don't.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say with that one. Let me see. Let me pull it back up. The rest of some of these trades. Um, some of these trades doesn't really. I don't really like care too much for 14 transaction. Jalen McDaniels, pretty sure he's a good spot shooter for
Yeah.
Sixers. Hornets receive somebody I can't pronounce the name, so I won't even attempt. Trailblazers
So
receive Cam Reddish, Thibault, and this Ryan and a first round pick from New York. And then the Knicks receive Josh Hart. What are your
that's what they're
takeaways on
saying.
that?
That's the thing is they're saying that because that trade is included in the Gary Payton trade. So that's what they're saying.
Uh,
It's
it's a
jeopardy.
lot.
It's at jeopardy for everything being voided and everybody goes back to their teams.
Everything being voided. I'm
You know
trying
what I
to
mean?
get to
So
it. Yeah.
the Blazers
Pistons
they
land
gotta
Wiseman.
really start over though. They gotta get rid of Dame and start over if they really want to ever be good again.
But Dame doesn't want to leave.
Which is so annoying.
Dame doesn't want to leave. That's the crazy thing. Um, I seen Mike Muscala today. He knocked down a three in the first quarter from the trade, and he already started making a little bit of something going there. I'm surprised. Like
Wait, Muscala
Luke
went to the
Kennard?
Celtics?
Yeah, Muscala went to the Celtics
Wow,
from the Thunder.
that's a good pick.
Yo, yeah, I didn't realize that the Clippers gave up Luke Kennard.
Luke, yeah, which that didn't make no sense either. That's
That's
actually
a
a great
shooter.
signing for the shooter knockdown.
Even though
That's
they're
a great
getting Eric Gordon, um,
Eric Gordon old now,
I'm about
man.
to say I'd take Luke Kennard over Eric Gordon right now.
Yeah, at this point I would take. But let's see how Eric does because he's been in this bad franchise for the last 2 years.
Right.
So let's see how he does. Because Eric, don't get me wrong, Eric, remember those days on the Rockets, man, when him and James was going at the Warriors.
Yo, they used to
Eric Gordon was
spaz, bro.
balling, bro.
They
So
actually
I
used
ain't
to
gonna count him out just
spaz.
yet. Yeah, Eric used to go nuts. He won
Yeah,
6 man of the year 1 year, so him coming off the bench, he's already used to that.
yeah,
But they don't
I
have
give
the
that.
Clippers' issue is they don't have no point guard. If they don't
Not
get
anymore.
Westbrook, they don't have a point guard. Who plays point guard?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
they probably they better hope they don't play like I could see the Nuggets beating them in the first round. They would have
Yeah,
matched
one of the
against like the
funniest.
Nuggets.
So it's an interesting trade from the Lakers. They got a lot back, in my opinion.
Yeah,
They got a lot more than I anticipated them actually getting for Rushbrook and kind of what they gave up. Um, Even they gave up, Rushbrook and Toscana Anderson, Damian Jones, and a first round pick.
and Pat Bev they get up too.
Yep. This is like the 3-team deal, and they received D'Angelo, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt. To me, all three solid players.
Especially D'Lo, Bees, and Vanderbilt.
Interesting to see what Mike Conley is gonna do with.
Timberwolves. He's a good vet,
Yeah,
man. He's a
yeah.
good vet.
Interesting to see what that will happen, and then of course, Pat Bev here gets shipped out, and they pick up Mo Bamba.
They said the Magic gonna buy Bev out.
Yeah, yep.
Oh,
Which he
I
might
wouldn't be
go to the
surprised if the
Clippers.
Clippers. That's what I'm
Yep.
saying. I wouldn't be surprised if the Clippers go get Bev. Honestly, man,
Yeah.
I used to hate Bev, but like
Okay.
when he came to the Lakers and I was watching, I'm like, yo, this guy
Gotta
this
comment.
guy is
Why doesn't Dame
oh,
want to
gotta come.
leave? He's a loyal
Man,
guy. He said it. He has said it.
nah, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing that as loyal stuff.
But
I
that's
think
what he
Dame
is. Like
doesn't
he
want
said
to.
it. Yeah.
But see, I think Dame wants to leave, right? Because the most important thing is we know that this business, the NBA, is they are not loyal to the players.
No, they're not.
So like at this point, Dame has
I
done
say he's
everything
loyal to
he
the
can
money
for
because he's getting that.
That's what I'm saying. He's getting it back. So I feel like to me, it shows me that maybe Dame doesn't want to go sacrifice himself to go be with another player, the
Yeah, he
likes of
is home.
somebody.
Portland, Oakland, like that
Portland,
is
yeah,
home. Like
yeah, he's right next to
literally.
home. Yep.
So, it just kind of
But
all makes sense in that regard. It's almost like the
but
same
he's
thing with
so
Melo
good. Dame is so
taking all the
good,
money from
man.
the Knicks. Yeah, Dame, man.
He's
I
so
honestly like. I
cold,
was
bro.
saying it in the summer. I was like, because his contract aligned with Rushbrook. So I was like, if they really want to blow it up, like they could have
Swap
just
those two.
swapped that. And my God, if I would have seen Lillard with Braun and AD, that would have
Yeah,
been.
that's bad.
Yo, if you think the
That's
Suns are
bad,
nice,
bro.
I would have
That's
been
bad.
like, yeah, that would have been
Yeah, that's
my
bad.
top pick.
That's
My
bad, bro.
God, like,
That is bad. That don't even make no sense to see something like that.
and that should
That's
have
like
been the case.
that's like Curry with Braun and AD.
I know,
You know what I mean?
like,
Dame just don't move as much as Curry.
and
That's what Curry
yo,
got.
I just can't imagine any high top. They can do a top pick and roll, any high pick and roll with Braun and or AD or both. One is spotting, one is drop. Like they could have do anything. That's just unstoppable.
Yeah,
That would just
that would be
be
nuts.
unstoppable.
That would be insane. That wouldn't even make sense for them
I'll
to
put
do.
Braun or AD on the low block and then do a high pick and roll with
Oh my
another,
gosh.
and you can't stop it because you're doing anything from doing the slips to the pick and roll, and then you have the drop off to who's in the post. Like it's gross.
hmm
That would be really gross.
Yeah, man. That would have been crazy.
Um, to me, like those are like the biggest trades that really happened. A lot of course, we didn't actually get to the Kyrie trade, so we know the Mavs added, and we can even talk about that. Then the Nets ownership, because we know Kyrie wanted to go to the Lakers, and they were like, you know what? We're not going to give you what you want. They gave Durant what he wanted, and they did that
Yeah.
quietly. But they just shipped Kyrie to who they could get a lot back in terms of, and they did. With Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith and 2 first rounds, and then, but the thing is that these picks are unprotected, so they don't even have stock in these picks. Believe it or not, I'm pretty sure it's the Rockets, or somebody else that have the picks. So I don't understand that.
They would have been better off really trying to trade him to somewhere where they could. Like, you would have been better off trading Jaylen Brown for Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
you get a young superstar, and you could have traded Kyrie for somebody else. That's but I like the Nets. Still got a young, nice team, bro. They don't got a star right now.
Yeah,
but like Cam Thomas,
I don't know what they're gonna do with Simmons.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about him. That's how upset.
He's not even worth airspace.
Yeah, at this moment, bro, I don't want to talk about him.
He's not even worth airspace, yo.
He and I'm not sitting here saying he's trash or he's this or he's that. Like, just to see somebody on the court that like literally looks scared of competition. I can't do that, bro. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
It looks like he's literally scared out there, and it's just like, bro, he's what, 3-time All-Star?
Yeah.
So like, it's like it don't make sense. It's not.
No,
like,
it really don't.
He's not a scrub.
It actually doesn't. Yeah, man. Like, I think I'm just looking at the breakdown of what it looks like, man. And as you've seen, CJ McCollum tweeted out, he blames Ja Morant, man. Like, this is what happens in your chat, bro. Like,
oh man,
you just open your mouth, bro. Like,
but as much as like, and Ja's my favorite young player. Like, after Westbrook retires, I'm gonna probably be a Grizzlies fan because I like Ja. So I think Ja just has a lot of maturing to do, and he has to get away from some of the people that are around him.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna and then that whole scandal that came out with him and the Pacers.
It'll impede his future for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the league don't like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's one thing the league hates. So I think he just has to get himself around better players. But he ain't ducking.
Yeah, they gotta get rid of Dylan Brooks, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he has to go. Yeah, he has to go. He has to go. He has to go, bro.
Dylan Brooks.
That team would be so much more. That team, like, people would like that team more if Dylan Brooks was not on that team.
That's the truth, yo.
Like, they would love that team if Dylan Brooks wasn't there, but nah, he has to go.
Yeah, I feel bad for these guys, the top seed, man. Like, Denver does not want to see
the Lakers,
any of these teams that are gonna. To me,
I think
7th and 8th
Denver,
seed. Yeah,
I think Denver would beat the Timberwolves. I think they'd beat the Pelicans. I think they'd be Utah's.
Jazz is gonna drop out, so I already kind of avoid them. Jazz drop out.
If the Lakers can get to the 8th seed,
yeah,
the Kings drop all the way out or just down. If the Lakers just get to the 8th seed, bro, I think
the Kings might drop down or may drop all the way out because
they won't drop all the way out.
Let me see my breakdown. Right,
that's a good team. Bro.
Is that it'll probably stay Denver, Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Suns move past the Mavs, or it doesn't matter. So then Denver, Memphis, they go Mavs, Suns. So Clippers take 5th seed if it stays like this, right? And I'll move up the Pelicans to 6th. To me, then it goes Warriors, Lakers 7th and 8th. Like, to me, unless
and that's what I want to watch. That's what I want to watch.
If any of those things shift, like in terms of like how the poll drops, but like, to me, that's what the playoff bracket is gonna look like. And yo, you're not gonna want to see Warriors or the Lakers as a 7th or 8th seed. Like, Memphis and Denver are gonna get 1st round early exits simply because they're going against Braun and Curry.
That's a scary man. Man, that is a scary 1 and 2 to go. Like, if you gotta play those teams in the 1st round, like I said, even if you win, like, You are going
That's
to
why I
be
think the Kings
worn
drop because,
out, bro.
like, to me, the Kings aren't gonna beat out
I
the
think they'll
Warriors
beat.
or the Lakers. Maybe the Pelicans. Maybe
They
like
can. That's what I'm saying. The Pelicans are always. They're like another team. Not just one player's hurt. Like Bi missed a bunch of time.
yeah,
Zion's been out for like a month, and I love Zion, but like man, I'm starting to be worried about him because he's never on the court.
yeah,
So I tried to hold on to hope for Zion for as long as I could, and when he was playing, he was dominating. But
yeah,
it's like you got to be on the court, man. I'm sorry,
yeah.
you got to be
So
on the court.
yeah, to me, man, that's like my bracket breakdown, especially for the West, is like things may shift in terms of the standings, but there's certain teams you really just don't want to. I feel like teams are gonna purposely like either try to win games and not rest people and like try to push for a higher seeding, or they'll tank on purpose, like at the end of the season, like how
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
remember how what the Nets were like, we want the Celtics, and like they lost to
Mhm.
the Cavs on purpose to get the Celtics, and
Yep.
then got swept. Like
Mhm.
the teams are gonna do stuff on purpose to avoid, not to
Mhm.
meet. Like they're
Yeah.
gonna avoid the smoke. Like only teams I think will want to meet the smoke is Suns and Mavs, but everybody else is
Yeah.
gonna avoid smoke. Like
I feel like the Nuggets want to meet it too, because the
who
thing
do
with
they
the
want to
Nuggets
meet
is
though?
that's
Like
true.
let's be real. Like as much as like Murray's back and he's starting the ball, and like Jokic is always playing at this MVP level, the Lakers are too big right now for Jokic. They got size because
Yeah, because
they've beat
Mo
the
Bamba's
Nuggets.
like what 7-2, right?
Bro, Bamba and AD, like, Jokic is done. Like, that's not, we're not talking about that, bro. Like, we're not. Like, so, like, and he doesn't want
He
to see the
said,
Warriors again. Like, they put him in a blender where he's out of breath on the
man,
bench. Like,
yeah,
he
they
don't
because
he don't
Steph
want to
was,
see that
and that's why for me, like I like what Jokic and Luka bring to the game, but like for me,
defensively.
if you get hunted on defense, bro, like you should not have three. You should not get ready to have three MVPs. Like
No,
if I
truly.
can, you know what I mean. Like that's why for me,
Embiid
for
has been
he,
robbed. I'll say that right
and I
now
think and I
openly.
think right now, to be honest, I think Giannis is the MVP because of all he's had to do. And he's averaging like 32, 13, and
Yeah.
6. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but they're gonna give it to Jokic because he's averaging a triple double. So they're gonna
Of
give it
course.
to him.
To me, last year for sure, Embiid should have been MVP, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I thought so too.
But
I thought so too.
man, I don't think I've been more excited about the playoffs. Granted, the Warriors are not what. Reason why I'm also excited is because Clay's looking really good,
Yeah,
right? Like
he's
as
been
much as
hooping.
like Curry's hurt, like for me, they really won the chip with like a limp, like a 75% Clay,
God, he did,
and
bro.
we know like Curry's gonna come back.
He played so bad, like
Like
so many
come
games.
on, let's be real. He did not play well,
No, he didn't
and
play
right
well at all,
now
bro.
Clay is
He didn't play
looking
well at all. Good,
day by day more like him.
better. Yep.
So if they come back as the Splash Brothers in the playoffs, that's the
Oh
only
yeah.
reason why I give the Warriors a shooting chance, because
Curtains.
they in the playoffs, they get to the finals. Splash
And
Brothers
they're
can
the
get you
only
to the
team right
finals.
now that has chemistry
That's it.
in the West. They're the only team. And you got like the Memphis, but I'm not worried about Memphis because they,
Yeah.
they don't. They're immature, like I said. And Denver, I'm not worried about. It's a team to
And
worry about, but
that's
it's like not overly
yeah.
concerned with.
And that's why I said in a 7-game series in the West,
Yeah.
I got my fighting chance with the Warriors. And to me, my only concern is they just got to get themselves out of the play-in.
Yeah.
Because we've seen them lose in the play-in twice. So Braun
Yep.
beat them, and then the
And
Memphis. So
Memphis.
I don't want to see them in a
Yeah.
play-in situation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't
Anything
want to
can
see them in a
happen in
play-in
the play-in,
situation.
bro.
But to me, Braun's making
That
it to the
play-in game.
playoffs.
You
Braun
think
is making
so?
it to the playoffs. So even if Braun's in the play-in, he's making it to the playoffs. So I just don't
I
think
don't
you
know.
want to see him as a 7th or 8th. You just don't.
I think he's so like he's literally been doing everything he can these
Bro,
past
he's
2 years.
averaging like 30 right now.
30,
Like,
bro,
Braun
back to back
is
years.
yo,
He's
Braun
bugging.
is Braun. People are asleep. No, Braun is
He's
actually
losing his mind, bro.
spazzing, bro.
He's losing his
Braun,
mind, man.
no, LeBron
30
James
points,
right
8
now.
rebounds.
Yo, like LeBron James is actually spazzing right now. He's spazzing. He's
Yo, bro.
spazzing.
I thought what he
Yo.
did last year was crazy.
Yeah. No. Like, Braun, real life right now is spazzing. Look at that. Yeah. Like last year, 30.3. Saying 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Yo, he is
He's bugging.
spazzing this year.
And his free throws is getting a lot better.
Yeah, he's
76%.
getting. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, like, so I just see it like playing.
Yeah, if he gets into the playoffs, it's gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be bad.
You don't want to see them. Like, I feel bad.
They're gonna
Memphis
cost,
or Denver
like,
don't want to see them.
Like even when they match up, let's say they match up, they now have the shooting to match up with the Suns. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they now have the shooting to match up because you saw what they were in close. They beat. Well, they didn't beat. Well, they should have beat the Celtics, right?
Yeah,
But they had
a lot of close games.
2 down to the wire games with the Celtics with a terrible roster, bro.
Yeah.
Like that roster was terrible. Now you got 3 shooters. You got another tall guy to play alongside of AD.
I like the Lakers right now, man. Like Malik Beasley can get you a bucket off the
shoot,
bench,
bro. And D'Lo is like that. D'Lo is like that,
bro. Like they look good. They look good.
Yeah, they gotta. LeBron gotta stop sending out games. He got me upset last night because.
Yeah, the chemistry just got to click for them coming out of the All-Star break. But
yeah, there's still time.
Those are my
there's
4
still time
teams.
for them to. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Those are my 4 teams. Is in no order. It's just Suns, Mavs, Warriors, Lakers.
Yeah.
I bump everybody else in my opinion because I think to me those 4 teams, unless they see each other in the first round, they're gonna beat everybody else out. Like Clippers are getting washed.
The buyout market is gonna be good though because
I'm interested.
Let's see what happens. Let's see who gets bought out. Let's see where Westbrook goes. Let's see where not that Westbrook's gonna make a team championship contender, but a team that I would really love to see Westbrook on is the Clippers. I think him with PG and Kawhi because
vengeance.
They don't.
He would be on a vengeance
You know what I mean?
tour.
I would love that, bro.
I would love that too. I'd love that for Westbrook.
Yeah, bro, I would love that for him. And just, I think they could actually build a little like 2-3 year thing over there where they could be in good rhythm. And Westbrook can do all the dribbling, and PG and Kawhi could do all the shooting. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So I would like that, but we'll see what happens.
Big time. Yeah, man. That's it. That's it, man. In my opinion, for terms of like the trade deadline and how things are looking, and then it comes down to just getting ready to just have fun at this All-Star break. I'm sad that Curry's out. KD's probably not gonna be playing. Like a few of the bigger stars.
Curry, KD,
Zion, there's a few of the bigger stars that aren't playing.
Yeah.
But like besides that, man, I don't think I've been more like excited before like All-Star break. Like the playoffs are gonna be so fun, man.
I'm just excited.
I'm back on a podcast, bro. That's how you know it's fun, bro.
We get to watch KD versus LeBron. Because remember, they haven't played in 5 years, bro.
Yeah.
So they're gonna match up. Hopefully, nobody gets hurt. They're gonna match up in March, and man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to watch those two go at it. You know what I mean? That's like, we need those type of matchups as fans.
What I will say,
as a kid, when I was growing up, I lived for Kobe versus LeBron.
So did I.
I mean, like I lived for those matchups.
Because I remember those the Muppet commercials, man, with them being
yes,
bro. I really wanted that, man. I really did.
I lived for those matchups as a kid, man.
That's the truth. I blame the Magic because that 2010, it should have been right there. I blame the Magic.
40 against the Magic.
Bro, blame all the Cats needed is like one extra player, like an actual player.
One player.
And
I think Kobe would have beat LeBron though, and they would have matched up.
They just had a first of all, he wanted vengeance for 08.
They had a really good team. Yeah, they had a really good team, bro. They had a really good
09, yeah, but still, they I wish I would have seen that right there. But
I think that's a matchup we all want. We all wanted that.
Yeah. That's I feel like I've said my 2 cents about everything in the NBA, man. Like to me, like the rest of the teams that are just like tanking for Wembanyama or however you say his name. Um, to me, like that's pretty much it. Like, um, Rockets and Spurs fighting for it. Who's gonna get that number 1 pick? And people actually, you know what? The reason why we've been seeing everybody just getting rid of all their second round picks is because OKC holds all the first. Like they, like, yo, OKC is that
Yo, they
young
have
and
like,
good,
bro,
and
they're
they
gonna
have
be, bro. They are like, I don't know if people watch them.
the
I've watched like
GM,
two,
the
two
GM.
or three. I've watched 2 or 3 OKC games. I watched the Lakers game, and I watched the game a couple weeks ago against and I watched Shay's highlights a lot. But I
Yeah,
watched the team play, bro. That team is good.
the
That
GM,
is a good team, bro.
the GM
He's
of
a
the
genius.
Oklahoma City
Genius.
Thunders.
Sam
Like,
Presti's a genius, bro.
all they need to do to me is mix up the front office with proper coaching staff, because now this is going to be the second time for them to do it twice is amazing, because they botched it the first time. They had Rushbrook,
KD,
Durant,
James.
James, Ibaka. They had it all. Granted, they really just ran into LeBron, Bosh,
Braun, and D
Wade.
Wade.
Like, they really, because they beat out the Spurs, they beat out the Lakers. Like,
The
they,
Lakers.
you know what I mean?
And the
And I'm
Mavs.
talking like prime
They were like
actual West
they were, and
teams.
yeah, like you was and then KD.
They should have just stuck it together. They blew it up early. In my opinion, they just blew it up early.
And KD and Russ were like what, 21?
They blew it up early. They blew it up early. So the fact most teams only get one shot at it and they're done for like 20 years, they're back at it. Like, they have rebuilt again. So they just need to stick with it.
It's not like they're in a good market.
Yeah.
The market's terrible. OKC is not a good market.
Yeah.
So they're gonna,
To me,
I
they
agree
just
with
need
you
to
on that.
stick. They need to just stick with it. They clearly got it. I'm trying to think. Where did Jerry West go? Is he Timberwolves? I'm trying to think where he is being the GM at. I know he's switched. He's either Timberwolves or Grizzlies right now.
Nah,
Only the
Jerry
teams that I
West
think.
isn't he with the he's a consultant for the
Jazz?
no, I thought he was with the Clippers, right?
I think maybe.
Did he
I thought
leave?
he already assembled the Clippers and left. Maybe he's still with the
Mm.
Clippers.
Okay. Yeah, Jerry West is up there too.
He definitely did. To me, the best rebuilding teams is Oklahoma. The Jazz have a lot. They have a lot of young, and they have a lot of picks. They have a lot. So I don't know how much they will shape out properly, but to me, those have been the best rebuilding. They just got to get their picks right. I don't see the Jazz can't compete with the Oklahoma when it comes to drafting. They have the picks to do something. They have all of the capital and the resources to just make shifts and moves.
I'm wondering where I feel like where Victor Wembanyama's gonna go, man.
I'm curious to see what the Spurs are gonna do.
The Jazz still got too many wins. Like they're got 29 wins, bro.
I know.
So like they might, if you keep winning that many games, you ain't gonna stay in lottery for that long. So
They have a lot of picks from other teams.
that is true. That is true. But no team is trading that Wembanyama pick.
Nah, not at all. That's not happening. That's the unicorn. That's the real unicorn. Everybody thought Porzingis was. Nah, this is. Victor is.
He's an alien.
Yeah, man. He's really different. He's really different. Yeah, man. I don't think I've really anticipated a playoffs this early.
Yeah.
This early in the NBA season.
And we still got March Madness
Yeah,
for the
bro.
playoffs. You know what I mean?
That's the
So
truth.
we'll have a good couple months of basketball.
Yeah,
coming up.
man.
And then
Well,
we know
I
now,
appreciate
like,
you coming through, man, on this
Oh,
podcast with me, man. Like, this is
Yeah,
something that we can
nah.
definitely do consistently. I know I'm going to be trying to jump
absolutely.
right on the podcast more often to chop up clips and really start to do this. Now that I'm in like a nice setup and I can really rock this out, this is dope.
Man,
I love
my
this,
pleasure,
bro.
man. Be on it, bro.
Make sure y'all, I'm shouting out my man Dan, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out his YouTube and IG, man. It's debatable. I'll put it
Yes,
all in
sir.
the description and things of that nature, man. You will see it all over the screen, man. He's doing this thing, and I really respect it. So appreciate you
Yeah,
hopping
man. I
on with us,
respect you
man.
too, bro. You already know we family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, this is gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna just end the live, bro. And then
All
like
right,
that's
man.
pretty much it. Yes, sir.